find of a matter. You can be anything you dream. As long as you come on, you take them and you learn. And you can fly high and land up with stars. I remember life asked me, you want to be a star? You think you got all these got to go far? Many men that come and many men that fall. So what you got that's different? Who do you think you are? I told him I'm a star. I told him I was blessed. I told him that I'm man, I'm born already star. I told him that test. I told him he was set. I told him we got all we need to go far. The pain on our chest, I feel like heavy stress. But maybe that's the push we need to go far. It's a marathon, not the race that we are racing. We got all we need to win, now we relate. Let I wanna roll it up and light it up. Inhale the good and exhale the bad. I wanna roll it up and light it up. Inhale the good and exhale the bad. I roll it up and light it up. Inhale the good and exhale the bad. I wanna roll it up and light it up. Inhale the good and exhale the bad. We don't like that, we don't like that. 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 The love you give, because of the love you give. Go how you live, the body I can see. The love we give, the love we give.
Hamzambo family. Yeah, welcome to the Blackwood Fan Network Africa Today show on the Blackwood Fan Network. We trust that everyone is doing fantastic on the second day of April, the year 2021. And if you had aspired to achieve something at the very start, the first particular quarter of the year, and you haven't actually achieved that, you can still look on with optimism and a little bit of positivity that perhaps you might be able to achieve that in the second quarter of the year. And of course, being on the Blackwood Fan Network, I want to welcome each and every one of us. I would say Karibu Sana. Karibu is a Swahili word that simply means you are much welcome. My name is Spikes, and on the Blackwood Fan Network, we are all about creating a collective African consciousness, or inspiring a collective African consciousness, and also bringing our people together from the motherland to the homeland, and wherever you might be at. You might be in Brazil, you might be in you might be in Senegal. You might be in Chicago, you might be in Nairobi, like I am, or whatever other place that you might be at. We just want to bring our people together from all the parts of the world. That is what we are all about right here on the Blackwood Fan Network. And the main goal of this particular broadcast is really to add value to the conversation that revolves around matters that have to do with us globally. It doesn't matter whether there are issues happening in South Africa. It doesn't matter whether it's a matter that is being tackled in Nigeria or being tackled in Chicago or being tackled in New York. The goal is really to have adding value to those particular conversations and also giving solutions. Some other places or some other platforms, you can find people complaining way too much, talking about this is not going right, that is not going okay, but what can be done? So many people talk about matters, but when it comes to offering solutions, people will shy away. But on the Blackwood Fan Network Africa Today show, we purpose that we shall be able to engage with all the family. And when we speak on different matters, we can also be able to find solutions. This is also a think tank, as we might call it. This is also an African or a Black think tank where we come together, discuss all these matters. And of course, the goal is to have solutions and also to add value to these particular conversations. We are a factual and reliable source of information. We purpose to only talk on what we know or what we have researched on, and not just hearsay or any other things that are being talked about. To purpose to make all the information really here factual and reliable and also objective. You will find that in these days, I don't know what's happening with our people, especially Black people, not just Black people. I think even with other races, you will find that people are more interested with the entertainment more than they are interested with the learning. For example, as we run this particular show or this broadcast, and then there is another broadcast running maybe perhaps alongside, and there are some other different shenanigans happening on that particular one. Maybe some of the different things of entertainment value. I have nothing against entertainment. It's very, very important. People, helps people reduce their stress and, cope with the reality of the harsh world. But nonetheless, it's also important that we get to seek information that can help us today and also tomorrow. Not just going into all these other different entertainment platforms. It's not bad. You have the freedom. You can go on all these other different platforms, and you can do what you would like to do or get entertained on those platforms. But on the Black Hot Network, we have a little bit of everything. We get to entertain. We also get to educate, and we also get to inform you on what is happening, so that you can know what time it is. If you have any questions or any feedback, you can simply get to interact or send through that particular information. You can do it by actually emailing Spike at Black Hot Network, or you can also email Keith, KCnews15@gmail.com, or you can also use Black Hot Africa at gmail.com, and we shall be glad to hear from you. Regardless of whatever point that you might like to raise with us, it will be important just to get to hear from you. And also, I see Ricardo Bradford. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. You're saying, my people share this information. United Nations, I forgot these children I crossed. It's a little bit long, but you're talking about the Kakuma refugee camp. What is happening is that the Kakuma refugee camp, which is in Kenya, is being shut, and they have said these are breeding ground for Islamic militants, and therefore we shall not be having the ground anymore. They are saying that this particular area has been used to recruit, all these other different elements of the Islamic militants. It's called is it called what do you call this particular big refugee camp? I'm trying to get the name, but also Kakuma is also part of that particular refugee camp that Ricardo Bradford is talking about. And it might not be close. I think Kenya might not be really serious about it, but we shall be talking about it maybe later on as we proceed. Let them hang down. Thank you so much for joining us. You're saying Spikes, Peace Spikes, and the Black Hot Fire. Thank you so much for saying Black Hot Fire, peace to the Black Hot Fire Network family. We love and appreciate you, Mr. Let them hang down. And and it's always a delight to have you on the show. Kid, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Thank you so much for giving us this platform. We truly love and appreciate. We have the other channel back, the smaller channel. We have it, and it's a good thing.
Now?
I'm saying we have the smaller channel. The channel is back. The other smaller channel is back.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I'm just letting the family know. You can also find us there. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the main one we're going to use while we're in Tanzania, because that's when you can live stream just by itself without going to StreamYard. You just go live on it. Oh, man.
I don't know if your voice is back, but let him hang down says peace, Keith, and peace to you too, Mr. Let him hang down. Mr. Let him hang down. Are you tuning from New Jersey, or where are you tuning from? I would just like to know, where are you tuning from, Mr. Let him hang down. Are you from New Jersey? I don't know. I don't know for some reason. Maybe I think that is you from New Jersey. But please, kindly do let us know where you are tuning from. We would really love to know what's up and how it's going down in wherever you might be at right now. Nonetheless, I want to go on to the first matter of the discussion for today. But before then, I want to remind us really to visit the Black Hot Network website. Simply Google or search.
Let me give a shot. Yeah. Let me get a start up to Strong Armstrong for the donation if he shows up.
Yeah.
I see your donation, brother. So much. Appreciate the donation. Every little bit helps. So, also, for everybody's here, I'm going to try. I fell asleep last Friday. I'm going to see if I can do a show, but also do some spin the ones and twos tonight. Mike's not the only one that can spin the ones and twos.
That's a Friday basement. DJ Mr. Black Hot Fire on the Friday basement. I think you should also make a drop on that. DJ Mr. Black Hot Fire on the Friday basement. I don't know. I hope the family turns up and have a good time on the network.
Yeah, but everybody's coming on a trip. Like I said, I'll call everybody still tomorrow, but the link is still there. We're gonna use the same link, so it'll be good tomorrow about 1 o'clock Eastern, Talk
That would
about
be
the
about
trip to
9.
Mars. Talk about the
Yeah.
itinerary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's how we used to do the Swahili class. So we're doing
Yeah.
that time, and that's the time I gave everybody. So uh, I will. I said we'll give everybody a call beforehand, and you know, so and that's what it is.
Yeah, so that we can have everything set. So family, that will be tomorrow for all of us that shall be going to Tanzania. That will be 1 p.m. Eastern time, and we shall do that particular updates because it's really, really important. We just get to touch base and better and finalize on the final details of this particular Tanzania tour. For those that do not know, it's not the very first time we are going to Tanzania. We were there last year, and this was way before the COVID pandemic struck. We were there from around the 15th of March last year, and it was really a wonderful time. But then again, it was interrupted by this COVID pandemic.
Also,
Yeah.
if anybody wants to join us in Ethiopia,
Yeah.
we'll start getting everything ready for Spikes and Joby
Yeah.
in Ethiopia
Yeah.
around October. Haven't got the date set yet, but Spikes will be in Ethiopia in October. Spikes and Joby will be in Ethiopia around October. If
And
we go on to
Ethiopia,
Gondor and
yeah.
go ahead.
Now, saying Ethiopia is really interesting because if anyone is coming to Africa, most of the people have to pass through Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, then get another plane and taken to where they're going.
That's
Perhaps,
true.
for example, if you go to
That's true.
Tanzania,
That's true.
yeah,
That's true. That's the way. But LBN's the only one coming that way. LBN is coming through Addis Ababa.
yeah.
Yeah, LBN is coming through Addis Ababa, and then down to Dar es Salaam. Everybody else is either flying it through Dubai or Doha.
Mm.
So the Emirates out there, the UAE.
Because the Ethiopian Airlines is the biggest on the continent. The Ethiopian Airlines is the biggest on the continent, and therefore many people have to get to Ethiopia first and then get taken to Kenya or to.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're
really good too. Ethiopian Airlines, not that they're just the biggest, they're the best on the continent. They're a really good airline. Actually, what you call that, Africa can be proud of the Ethiopian Airlines. They're really a good airline. You can say, I wouldn't tell nobody to fly Air Uganda at all.
I think Uganda has that small crane on the crane, the flag, the crane on the flag, maybe even on their planes. But I think they got bank.
The flag or whatever they got on it. I'm not getting whatever they got on it. I'm not getting on it. I'm not getting on Air Uganda ever.
Most of these companies have actually fallen bankrupt. Can I call them bankrupt? But they are not able to continue operating, even with the
Of
for
course,
most
because
airlines.
you got bad management, costs 2 times as high. When you got corrupt government, they can't run the air business. So you can't run an airline and your country's all corrupt. and it's part of the government. It's not going to work.
The government, the government keeps on injecting money into these companies, into these parastatals, the airlines, and it never helps. You can inject money these years.
Well, they inject money into it and it goes out the back door. Them companies never see that money. That shit goes in the pockets of the corrupt bastards who running this shit. They don't go inside the company. It goes in one hand out the other. It goes in your hand into somebody's pocket, Mike. Say, what'd you do with this? Well, we developed a new aircraft system. Okay, where's it at? Is this right? That one's 20 years old. Oh yeah, we bought spare parts. Where's the rest of the money? Oh, it's in my pocket.
Most of it cannot be accounted.
Old ass parts and shit. Yeah, that'd be accounted for. Oh, it's a kickback scheme going on some damn way. Oh, it's something crazy.
I wanted to share with us. I wanted to share with us these new airport terminals in Ethiopia, and of course, it's one of the best in Africa. If you're planning to travel anywhere, most of the time you will find yourself having to go through this particular terminal in Ethiopia. But it's a good investment. I do believe this is a really a good investment. And you can see a little bit of how it looks like in Ethiopia. This is what Mr. LBN will be. This is what Mr. LBN will be encountering when he decides when he next week. Next week when he shall be coming to Tanzania. And like I said, we are ready for that particular tour in Tanzania. And if you missed it and you would like maybe to join, perhaps the next one in October, feel much welcome. You can still contact Keith, and you will get to see. You will get the information on the other trip. Let me share this. This is in Ethiopia. This is what you can find in Ethiopia.
Ethiopian Airlines Group has successfully completed and unveiled its new passenger terminal at its hub at Addis Ababa Bole International Airport, with an emphasis on world-class smart technological terminals. The new terminal has check-in hall with 60 check-in counters, 30 self-check-in kiosks, 10 self-bag drop, 16 immigration counters with more e-gate provisions, 16 central screening areas for departing passengers, are the new faces of the airport. Additionally, the new terminal has 3 contact gates for wide-body aircraft, along with 10 remote contact gates, with people mover travelator and escalator. According to the Ethiopian Airlines Group CEO Tuul Gebremariam, while Addis Ababa Bole International Airport has overtaken Dubai to become the largest gateway to Africa last year, the new terminal will play a key role in cementing that position. Ethiopia is continuously working on expanding airport facilities, since aviation infrastructure expansion is one of the core pillars of Ethiopia's Vision 2025. The Vision 2025 is the airline's 15-year plan that focuses on transforming the airline and cementing its position as Africa's largest airline group. The airline currently has 121 planes, ranging from Boeing 787s to Airbus A350s. The new terminal, which cost approximately $350 million now, has 74,000 meters of space and is projected to increase the capacity of the airport to be able to handle up to 22 million travelers each year. Once fully operational, Bole International Airport will exceed Johannesburg's OR Tambo International Airport as the largest capacity airport in Africa.
And of course, it's good. You can see the competition is between Ethiopia right now and South Africa. And like I was saying earlier, South Africa Airlines is not doing any good, and therefore you might not even consider the competition to be for long. Maybe in the next 3 years or so years, you might hear South Africa being overtaken by these Ethiopian Airlines, and Ethiopian Airlines also go to overtake Dubai, because Dubai was seen as a gateway into Africa. But now the Ethiopian Airlines is the one that is running things. But of course, this year so many things have happened. And with the COVID-19 pandemic, people are not really able to travel as much, and many companies, many airlines are actually operating on losses. Let them hang down. You're asking, is Maria still with us on the Blackwood Financial? I haven't seen any of our videos lately. I think you're asking about the breaking the matrix.
She's still here. I don't know what's going on with her, but she's still here. Hope Miss 70 hasn't busted upside her head or nothing. But she was having all kind of issues with her computer, so haven't heard from her in a couple of weeks since Magufuli died.
Or maybe she has been mourning. Maybe she has been mourning Magufuli for a minute, but she will be back. She will be back. Let them hang down.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I hope, like I said, we said a lot of stuff. She might have been monitored. We try to stay away from talking about Miss 70 when she's doing her show. So,
She's still here. She's still here. I let them hang down. She is still here, and she shall be back with the breaking the Matrix show. And we hope that everything is also going on well for her in Uganda, Kampala. Kampala is also a wonderful city. Moms Davis, thank you so much for joining us. We were sharing briefly about the trip to Tanzania, and we were saying that sometimes you have to get through Doha or Dubai. Sometimes you can also just go to Ethiopia first, and then after that you get to Tanzania. Nonetheless, I wanted to share with us some matters that have been taking place, and especially with the issue of the missing, missing individuals. There has been one of the kids that went missing some times back. Right now, her body has been found. The remains of a missing 10-year-old girl has been found in rural Iowa, according to a report by the police. It's important that you get to realize there are dangers. If you have kids that you are taking care of, there are dangers. We have seen even recently, I think that was about 2
Where
weeks,
was
was
she
it
at?
2 or 3 weeks ago, when there
Where
was
was she at? Where where
she,
where did
she,
she where did she come up missing at? Where was this at?
uh, she she was actually missing in she was actually missing in Iowa. She was actually missing in Iowa, but she has been missing for about 9 months, and the
And where
FBI also took.
where was she missing at? Where?
This is Iowa, southeast of Iowa. This is in Iowa. I don't know if you call it
Ohio?
Iowa. You
Iowa?
no,
Iowa? Oh,
no. Yeah, Iowa. Yeah, you call it Iowa.
yeah,
Yes, that
Iowa.
is
Okay, I was
Iowa.
like, okay, I'm like, Iowa. What the hell you talking about? Okay, Iowa. All right, yeah. I'm like,
Iowa.
where the hell is this at? Yeah,
That was
Iowa. That's
Iowa,
good. Yeah.
and this is
So,
this is the death.
but we had to understand that they have their you know, kidnapping children, black, right, stuff, and they just found that after 10 months, right?
Yes, for almost she was missing for almost 9 months. So that's 9 months.
Where'd they find the body at?
They found it in Iowa. I think they found it in a river. Was it in a river? I believe this was in a river. Her body had been dumped. The local residents discovered and identified human remains the rural area near Dewitt, about 22 miles north of Davenport.
What was
And
the have they decided what was the trauma done to the body? I'm sure she's probably
um,
raped and everything else. They discovered what kind of trauma the body had.
no, I do not see I reported on this particular one, but maybe the autopsy was done. But for the moment, I do not see it reported on this particular one.
Well,
And this
family,
case
like I
stands
said,
out.
you have to be, especially in America, you got to keep your children close. You can't lie like when we were kids growing up, allow your children run the streets and play and all that kind of shit. Because sadly enough, if you don't want to believe it, you don't have to believe it. You got child sacrificing, and black children are the most uh, 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 wanted children to be sacrificed because of the melanin content. And I know you don't understand this. You think it's all crazy. This is true. That's why in Africa, the impoverished, the Mzungu goes down and gets a whole bunch of children and flies them back up to damn France or England, whatever, and murders them. And these blood ritual sacrifices that goes on. The Africans still don't know what the fuck is going on. He's like some kind of complete idiot. But you got a whole plane full of children flying out of Chad or Niger or Cameroon or whatever country. A whole bunch of black children just be gone. Because they don't have no birth certificate, nothing in these damn villages, so there's no proof of birth. You got, and they've been flying children out of Africa for years. I know it's a few years ago they caught a whole plane full of children. I think that was out of Chad or Niger. That's just one that they knew about.
Was it in Central African Republic? The ones they had on the plane? Is that the kids?
No, I think that was in Niger. Pull up, go to YouTube, Spice, and pull up African children found on plane. I think it's in Niger. I think it's in Niger. It's not Niger or Chad. I believe it's
Central.
in the Sahel region. But it could be. I mean, but they could have came from. That's border. They border the damn Central African Republic. Not saying a bunch of them didn't come from there too, but this is all over Africa. This is not just, those are ones that just was caught. That's just the one that got caught. And they try to act, we don't know, what are all these children doing in this damn plane? What the fuck are you doing? We don't know. We don't know what's going on. We have no clue. We have no clue. We don't know what all these damn Mzungus. We don't know what's going on in this plane full of children. We have no clue.
That was Chad. Yes, that was Chad.
Huh?
It was in Chad. It was in
All
Chad.
right, we'll show it. It's Chad. Okay, we'll show
Yeah.
it. Let's see it. That's just the one that got caught. They haven't stopped doing it.
StreamYard. Well, that's
These African countries, as countries are too weak. They don't control the country. You got puppets up in there as leaders who are dumb as shit, who are dumb as dirt. And so those children are, since Africa doesn't control its own destiny for the last 500 years, African children have been at risk for kidnapping, ritual abuse, and all kind of heinous shit. And everybody acts like they don't know what's going on.
And they were actually flying them to France. They were actually being taken to
Of
France
course.
from, yeah.
Yeah, they're taking to France.
Yeah.
Who hate black people. So what do you think they're going to do with those children? Flying to France and what? You got people, you got grown-ass men in the Mediterranean dying in boats trying to get to goddamn France. They don't want no black people now. So they don't expect those, they weren't bringing those children to France to grow up in France, like.
Yeah, of course, they were not taking them to live in these good lives in France. They had their reason.
Exactly, in France. They bring them up there to be, they're bringing up there to be sex slaves, and then to sacrifice the kids, kill them, organ harvesting. You know, like I said, the black mind can never fathom the wickedness of what you're dealing with. Black people can't even deal with the truth. What do you mean, dummy? That's the only plane. You think that's the only one? Here's the only plane, stupid.
That's all.
What do you think they're gonna do with those children, dummy?
And then the
They're gonna
plane.
rape
I think
they're gonna rape and torture them and sex. Go, Spike.
Then the pilot was saying he didn't know there were children on the plane
Yeah,
and things like that.
Kids in there. How you know? You the pilot, Zach? I didn't know all those kids were in there. So you all those kids crying, all those babies back there. I didn't know what was going on. Nobody knew what was going on. Like none of those people. Remember? Did nobody know shit? Did nobody know nothing?
It's like yeah. It's like they just woke him up from us, and then they put him on in the cockpit, and then told him, okay,
exactly.
Now you can actually.
Nobody knows how all those kids got on the plane. Nobody know what they were doing on the plane. Nobody knew they were flying a bunch of kids. They've been doing it, and they continue to do it now.
It was just that they were caught that particular time. They have done it maybe 3, 4 times, 5 times.
Especially in the French, in the French colonies, they're too weak. It's too weak. They don't got enough security to know what's going on. They're too weak. And French colonies got dumbass, ignorant ass black leaders, black men, ignorant as shit, corrupt, ignorant, don't really give a shit. They wasn't fighting even if they didn't know what the fuck was going on most of the time.
And the blame, I don't know who the blame was extended to, because the pilot themselves actually, tried to cover up.
Those black babies are full of melanin, and they're children, so they're full of energy. So they sacrifice for more energy. You all these damn kids, all I know is you didn't know what was back there. I didn't know what was back there. All these kids crying and shit. I got no clue what's going on. You know, they was gonna take and sodomize those children, kill them, get the organs, and sacrifice their ass. And because Africans refuse to unite, refuse to do what's necessary, your children now been put on the chopping block. Your children are unsafe in your own continent because you refuse to unite. You have predators within your mix.
Non ne sono Rian, e se han permesso
Never gonna sell a lot of these kids over to the Vatican, over to the damn no good fucking dirty white Arab to be molested and raped, and we're gonna be put. And the African can't even wrap his mind around how the world works. He's too caught in religion and yeah, they're gonna pilot. I don't know what's going on. Who put these babies on my plane? How'd these babies get here? Who put these babies on my plane, Spike?
And when you come to think of it, I know there are also black people, selling them. This was done in cohorts. This was not just the beast coming in and taking children. This was done in cohorts with the help of local people who decided to sell out these babies.
Of course.
And this should also be dealt with. Because you're not telling me this pilot and the beast came in and they took the children. There are also some women and men.
African won't deal with each other. Anybody doing that is supposed to be taken out and shot in the fucking head.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be taken out and shot in the fucking head. Period. There's no talking. Don't pass go. I'm taking you out. I'm blowing your fucking head off. That's how you deal with that. And it is no. I made a mistake. Please forgive me. No, well, I'll let the maker forgive you. But you getting up out of here. You taking the dirt nap. That's between you and whatever God you worship. But you getting the fuck off the planet today. That's between you and whatever goopy God you worship. But you getting your bitch ass off the planet today. You got to go. You getting off the planet today. But you can insist in the harming of children, you gotta go. You gotta go. Time's up. Time's up for you.
And then you will still find out.
I don't want to do a long talking. Well, I didn't know what them Zungu gonna do with these kids. I didn't know. Well, I told you, we don't got time for talking. Time's running out. Now, you want to make your last words. What you want to do? You want to spend your time with me before I put this bullet in your head? Talking about what you didn't know? Because you're still going to get this bullet. At the end of the day, this bullet's still going to enter your brain, right? Because you're getting the fuck off the planet. Now, if you're going to spend your last time talking to me about what you didn't know, hey, I don't care how you spend your last time, but you're getting this bullet to the head.
And,
all right?
And you will find some people sick in the head in Chad, saying, the French are still our friends. They are helping us tackle crime in Chad. They have their soldiers here because they want to help us. I don't know what's up with the mind of the African. At the end of the day, you will find some people still in this country, Chad, who still believe that the French are there to do them any good, or the French are there to help them, build schools.
Yeah, they're here to do you some good, and you can go in the grave next to his ass. If you taking a dirt nap fucking with me, you out of here. I don't give a fuck whose white dick you want to suck. But while you sucking that white dick, I'm putting this bullet in your motherfucking brain.
The thing is precise war. Precise, I agree with you. This is an act of war. If you did find a plane full of French children, getting taken to Cambodia, or French children getting taken
to... you going to war. Exactly. Man, no, fuck Cambodia. Going back to Africa. You find a bunch of white babies, bunch of white children going back to Chad. Man, France is going to war with Chad. Well, they don't go to and wipe these niggas out. They're going to wipe you out.
that would be what would have happened. But now, right now, the child will talk about diplomacy, or you need to know where the pilot was going, which sent him. And I think they are not the bottom. They have not even got to the bottom of this matter. Perhaps even till today, the issue has never been resolved, and nothing perhaps was done. You know, they might have said
the religions have destroyed. You got no warrior class in Africa. Everybody's talking about, well, you see all those kids, we gotta wait for the blood of Jesus. Jesus would come back and save the kids from getting raped and tortured and sacrificed. But where the fuck is Jesus at? Kids are on the plane, it's already gassed, they're on the tarmac, ready to fly off to France. Where the fuck is this make-believe Jesus at? Where is he at, dummy? Am I supposed to waiting on Jesus while they raping and brutalizing African children? You don't get your ass out of my face, I might shoot you for being dumb. Fuck out my face, stupid.
and
Africa can't afford no more people believing fairy tales and weak ass men. You gotta go. I can't afford to be trying to make you a man, living on your knees all the time. Hell, you talking about? Plane full of children about to be raped and murdered. And you talking about waiting on some imaginary cracker to come out the sky? Hey, they go. It's imaginary Umzungu, or
these
what
actually
are we talking about here?
This actually shows how weak we have become as an African people. But nonetheless, we were talking about also the missing child that in Iowa, and I wanted to share this video of the police and the report they came up with. She went missing, and her body was found, and they're saying they're pursuing and find the perpetrator of this particular crime. I was saying, if you are in charge of, you're the guardian of some children, especially young children from about maybe 10 or even younger to maybe even teens, to their teens, it's difficult. And
we have received confirmation that the remains are those of Breasia Terrell.
It's the statement family, friends, and the community have been waiting, but also dreading to hear.
As you know, Breasia's been missing since July 10th from our city.
Nearly 9 months of searches, distributing posters, and holding out hope. Breasia's mother, Aisha Langford,
like my truck says, we won't stop until she's home.
with the same determination that she had back in August.
With the last breath in me, I don't care what it costs.
Her 10-year-old daughter, Breasia's remains, found by fishermen at a pond near DeWitt more than a week ago. Police say the investigation is now officially a homicide.
In order to maintain the integrity of this investigation, one that's been going on for some 9 months now, nonstop, I'm not able to comment on any specific investigative details at this time.
Chief Sikorsky remaining tight-lipped as investigators now collect all information
If
that's
you
been
are
gathered.
black, a girl, a boy, a woman, or a young man, if you are black in America, ain't nobody looking for your black ass. Let's keep it. We're gonna keep it 100. If you're black in America, no one's come looking for you. If you're white, you're everywhere on every TV screen. Oh, little white woman is missing, little white woman missing. If you're black, now they might say, hey, some little girl missing. That's it. Or whatever. If you're black, you're never covered. And we know that. That's a fact of the matter because you are black. Because if you're black, you're missing, and that's what makes it's easier for them to kidnap you. So be cognitive of that. Black people, stay close to your children. Stay close to your black children because you're gonna be snatching your children. In America, hell yeah. Because every year you got at least between 150 to 200,000 children go missing. Black boys and black girls every year. Where are these kids at every damn year in America? Hey, why nobody ever publicize it? That's every year. Where are these kids missing at? What's going on? It's too scary for you to even know. Every year. Every year. And they're never found. So where are all these fucking kids going to?
There was a story we shared about
child sacrifice, organ harvesting, mutilation, and rape.
and
That's the
pedophilia.
ugly truth. Nobody wants. That's the ugly truth. The media's not going to cover that. These people are missing every year. Every year. How's that these many people are missing every year? Nothing's ever done about it, and no one ever talks about it. How's that even possible? Because you got the ruling elite that's doing it. That's why. Motherfuckers that run this planet. We're not going to go into that deep on here. Okay? That's another show. That's a show for the network.
And
That's
now
a show for the network there. Go
the
ahead, brother.
stories with the pedophilia circle, for example, the one with Ghislaine, is her name Ghislaine Maxwell, that particular former girlfriend of Jeffrey Epstein. They're talking about there have been other charges that have been brought up because it's understood.
I forgot about her. What's her name?
Ghislaine
something. Ghislaine Maxwell, right?
Well, yeah, the former girlfriend of Jeffrey
I
Epstein.
forgot about her.
No, they're
They
saying
haven't mentioned. They said what?
They're saying there are other charges that have been brought up against her, and now they are complaining, saying no, she cannot be able to handle all this. She's not strong enough to go to court and handle all this. But what about the kids? What about the victims? You know, some of the young girls that were taken up and are put up on this.
Damn those victims. The ruling elite use her to acquire children to have sex with, or young white kids, or whatever the hell. Damn those children. Just like, why hasn't Prince Andrew been brought to justice? One of the ladies said that it was him that was sex trafficking her ass.
No one will actually
he ain't been allowed to come outside the palace.
No one will actually touch him. No one will actually touch him. They will say there is not enough evidence, or they will say they will come up with every other kind of.
That's the root. The root of the league. People want to say you got the mainstream media who owns it. All these conspiracy theories, all that old goofy shit. You know, that's a word to help everybody knows that the root of the league. People that created the CIA created that conspiracy theory word to try to throw misdirection on people that actually investigate what's going on. They want to put you in the kook pile, but they can't put you in the kook pile because too much evidence out there. So that's when they shut down your channel, shut down videos, and all that. They control the media. They control the world. So why is this Prince Andrew, who's been known for pedophilia and going to Jeffrey Epstein's island, having sex with these children, and then they had sacrifices on that island in Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein was Ashkenazim. How about that? And Mossad, people you can't say Ashkenazim. Every time we say some shit, turns up to Ashkenazim.
And then he cannot say
it. That's a coincidence? Yeah, you think that's a coincidence? He's Ashkenazim. You got trafficking of children again and shit. People talking about they were on that island with President Clinton, no good dirty ass. We know he's a pedophile. He was there many times raping children and shit. Huh? How about that? Said Barack Obama was on the island a couple times.
And Trump. Yeah, and Trump.
I think I'm breaking up.
And Trump as well. And what they're saying right now, because there are so many other, there are also other new charges being brought up. And for example,
all those fights, the right wing wackos say Trump is the hero. He's the savior of the planet. All this goofy shit. Trump is a savior. This old wicked, no good, racist ass bastard. Unless you got a childlike mind, you don't understand. That's just kabuki theater you're watching. They're both playing for the same team. You think there's a dime bit of difference between Trump and Biden and all that old shit? There's not. That's have you invested emotionally and physically in this fake process of election when it does nothing on your benefit. So you got to play good cop, bad cop. Biden's the bad cop, Trump's the good cop, and they're both wicked as fuck. Families are wicked as shit. run in and said they want to just forget that Trump's granddaddy was a grand wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. Is that a fact? Yes, it's a fact. Verifiable. But Trump is a savior and a good guy when his granddaddy is the grand wizard of the Klan.
I was wondering what the title is all about. The Grand Wizard, and that is a KKK Grand Wizard. And there is a school that has been named after the Grand Wizard because they're given all these honorary positions. Your name can be used as either the name of a town, the name of a school, the name of anything else that has to be used for the public. And right now, as it is, with this particular case that I was saying earlier, they have said that Ghislaine Maxwell will not be able to address more charges against her because they are saying she may not be strong enough to withstand the stress of the trial. I've never heard this nonsense, especially happening with black people. You not hear anyone you not hear any defense team saying our client cannot be able to withstand the stress of the trial, and so you might as well scrap off all these other allegations that you're coming up with. There has been one of the incidences where we have heard about a new victim's allegations that Ghislaine Maxwell sold her to Jeffrey Epstein when she was 14 years old, and she has denied 6 previous charges of sex trafficking. This was a 14-year-old. This was someone who was sold to Jeffrey Epstein when she was just 14 years old. And when she comes out, they actually claim now, it's too much. You mean lizard? No, I mean wizard. The general mosquito always playing. I mean wizard. The wizard, the grand wizard of the KKK. They will actually have a school named after him or a hospital named after them, and you cannot take that away from them. That is a kind of an honorary place that the honor has been bestowed on them. And we were talking about a school. I think Zoe brought it to attention about 2 weeks ago when he said there's a school that has been named after a grand wizard of the KKK, and I was wondering what is a grand wizard of the KKK, or what does that actually mean? Anyhow, I want to thank Sister Monique for joining us on the show. Thank you so much. You were saying, let me get a comment that you dropped earlier on, and also General Mosquito. You sent Amani Ndugu, Amani to you too, and precise 58158. I agree with you. That is an act of war. If you find any kids being taken from even Japan, or being taken from even the USA, or being taken from Europe, maybe Italy or France or Germany, and being taken into Africa or anywhere else, that is, of course, what you see. That would be an act of war. But when it comes to African children being taken, then it's just another day, and that's just another mistake that has been done. And it can be, they can just let it slip. Shepo Simono, thank you so much, brother, for joining us all the way from South Africa. I hope that you are doing well. And Moms Davis, you're asking, why do our African people want to live in Europe anyway? And they're living there under subjugation, and they cannot even own their own destinies, because at the end of the day, you will find there is a lot of racism. Go to Europe, go to anywhere, go to the UK, go to all these different places. You'll find a lot of our people living under different situations where they cannot be able really to make the most or reach their maximum potential. Sister Monique listen, that's the tip, Kim. It's a lot of these motherfuckers that has been there. So many of them. I think you're talking about the island. These islands you will find. I wouldn't be surprised if Biden was there, on the list, on the log, on the flight log. I wouldn't be surprised if you find Biden's name on it. We know Biden's love of these small children, and it's crazy when you hear about these particular stories, and especially like we were saying earlier, please make sure you're taking care of your kids. And it doesn't have to even be about kidnapping, or even be about them getting kidnapped and getting pulled in all these different situations. It's even also about the teachers in schools and the people that you are living them with. We have heard about different situations where the kids are not actually being harmed by people that have abducted them. The kids are being harmed by the people that they are with in school. In other different situations. For example, there was one individual that we have heard about, and this is an individual that was trying to solicit for sex from a 2-year-old, and sometimes it's difficult, but even to comprehend the nature of these kinds of people, because these are people who are entrusted. These are people who have been entrusted with your kids, to take care of them, or to even to be teaching them. But what happens at the end of the day, it's really, really difficult. These all officials at the elementary, there's an elementary school teacher that I was trying to solicit for sex with a 2-year-old, and this is in West Palm Beach. West Palm Beach, and in Florida, an elementary school teacher is facing charges alleging he solicited online to have sex with a 2-year-old and traveled to meet the child. And the Palm Beach County Sheriff Office said that the news released that Xavier Donty Alexander, 28, was arrested on that day on felony charges of soliciting sex with a minor and traveling to meet the
Can you hear me now, Spike?
Yeah, I do hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
I know what's going in and out back. Yeah, okay. Like I was saying, I was trying to just let me reiterate, like I was saying, with the children with the plane, everything I was talking about. When we as an African people can't protect our children, and African men, we deserve to die. When even a bird protects its hands. If we as an African people can't protect our own children, we don't deserve to live. Period. We fall in that part where we won't protect our own children, it becomes a problem. Every animal will fight you over their children. So that's all I wanted to say.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. And I understand that in whatever other situation you find other people protecting their own, even the Asians, the Europeans, and everyone else. But when it comes to African, we are sloppy and we will not even do anything.
Yeah, it's like oh well, it's become the genocidal mind frame of the Africans become so ridiculous, so dangerous, so heinous. Got to be called out. I don't give a damn who it have been. We can't protect our own children is a problem. Go ahead, Spike. You just would never get this in Africa, and this African history. You couldn't harm children and harm any African child. That was warfare. Africans like, well, I don't know what to do now. I love white people, and the white man brought me his fake white Jesus or the fake white Arab or what, or the fake Buddha. I say here, okay, whatever God you worship, whether it be Buddha, Allah, Jehovah, whatever, I gotta get this bullet in your head. You meet this motherfucker on the other side. You got to go. We can't have too many cowards down here. And our children now.
And the same thing.
Go ahead, Mike.
No, I'm just saying the same thing has been happening, especially when it comes to the matter of tourism. You might go to the Gambia. You might also come to Kenya. You might also be going to
Gambia, Kenya. You got these white people coming down there for sex tourism, and these governments like they don't know what the fuck is going on. But you didn't impoverish your people so much that they got to be like prostituting their body. That becomes a problem.
It's the same thing that happens. Let me share briefly on what and the African leaders will not say anything. They will be tight-lipped when it comes to the African.
Exactly right, Spike. They won't say anything.
Yeah, they will be.
You know, like I said, half these people have got to be done away with.
It's crazy, but this is what is happening, and I think we have to wake up.
But there is a dark side: the sexual and labor exploitation of children and young people in and around tourist hotspots. UNICEF's office in the Gambia is now urging stronger measures to protect children from violence, abuse, and exploitation. Their appeal comes 4 months after UN Special Rapporteur visited the country. She reported on alleged cases of commercial sexual exploitation of children at hotels, beaches, and restaurants. And in 2016, one NGO reported that children are being trafficked for exploitation, primarily with predatory tourists. For more on this, Lamine Fati joins us from the Gambian district of Bakatay. He is National Coordinator at the Child Protection Alliance. In the capital Banjul, Sandra Latouf, she is a representative at UNICEF, the Gambia. And Mustafa Mane is a journalist and founder of Their Voice Must Be Heard. That's a human rights organization aiming to protect women and girls. He's in the Gambian village of Khartoum. Hello, everybody. I'm just going to give our viewers a warning because this is a very distressing conversation to actually have about children, young people in the ocean. Let me just show you one more here. Two gentlemen here. I'm not even sure gentleman's the right appropriate word. So this is a gentleman with a toddler. The gentleman has a British accent. The toddler does not. Much older gentleman with a little kid in the ocean. Let me just show you one more here. Two gentlemen here. I'm not even sure gentleman's the right appropriate word. Two men here with two young local kids frolicking on the sand. I mean, how big a problem is protecting children in the Gambia when so many people go there for sex tourism? With a little kid.
You can see these what is happening in the Gambia and also other different parts.
No, Spike. Like this, you know, with all this nonsense they do with these goofy news things. Listen, who's doing it? White people. Everywhere you go, white people. Whether it be Turkish, fucking the white Arab, no good, dirty bastard. These motherfucking white people. They are the perverts on the planet. We don't need no investigation. We don't need no damn studies. You don't got black people going to Italy and fucking little white girls and white boys. It's white people coming to Africa, where they be white, Arab, Persian, whatever the fuck they want to call, whatever fake ass identity they didn't gain themselves, because there ain't no fucking such thing as a white Arab. That's the culture. Took an African culture, now you got a bunch of crackers running around calling themselves an Arab. They all fuck each other in the ass. They all believe in having sex with children. All kind of wicked ass shit. You know, when I was in Afghanistan, I didn't know that the practice was so pervasive that it's the norm amongst the Afghani army that they must have a little boy that'll fuck in the ass. You know that, Spike? Did you know that? I didn't know that.
I just had it from.
Huh?
I didn't know.
But
But
he's a goofy Muslim. He's a goofy Muslim. I told you they don't believe in that. They use that Islam shit as political shit. Only black people follow that shit. It's pervasive in Afghanistan. They fucking children in the ass. It's pervasive. What is us, Spike? For me, say you're on YouTube. Say child rape in Afghanistan. Or child sodomy. It's pervasive. They ain't black kids, so I don't give a shit, but it's still nasty. But they come to Africa and do it to black children. But they tell black people this Islam shit. Motherfucker, you better know history, you dummy. These white people ain't stop fucking kids in the butt because of some Islam. These Saudis, these Arab Emirates.
This article, this video says that the U.S. troops are ordered to ignore.
They're called dancing boys.
The U.S. troops are ordered to ignore.
We were ordered to ignore. Exactly, we ordered to ignore the child rape because you be there talking to a Afghani captain, general, whatever the fuck you want to say, and they have a little kid that say, hey, the little kid's got to go home to his family. Oh no, he doesn't go home. He's the kid I'm going to fuck tonight. You're like, what? They're going to do what? Yes. He's the kid I'm going to put my dick in his ass tonight. You're like, what?
And they're calling them the dancing. This is what they're calling them, the dancing boys. Let me play a little bit on these. I think they're calling them the dancing boys. And
you're like, what?
And it's crazy.
You're going to do what?
Boys, T-boy. When he turned a blind eye.
But they tell me this. I must have a child's ass for my dick to be warm in. Like, what? You motherfuckers talking about this Islam shit with these goofy bastards. You don't know what the fuck you dealing with, black people.
They don't care. They don't care for the Islam shit.
Exactly. Told me he must have a little boy's ass for his dick to be warm in. Go ahead.
It's crazy. It's disturbing.
They're called dancing boys.
boys, or by many who have had to turn a blind eye to them, Afghan sex slaves. A subculture of bachabazi or boy is widely known in Afghanistan, but for U.S. service members there, the abuse of these
Afghans all over what they call the Middle East.
Stop, especially when the abuse comes from American-backed Afghan commanders there.
I had a boy because every commander had one.
In a 2010 PBS documentary, a former Afghan commander of the Northern Alliance spoke openly, shamelessly, about this sick practice.
If I didn't have a boy, I couldn't compete with the others.
Today, the New York Times reports that the American military stands accused of ordering troops purposely turn a blind eye to the abuse
at night.
relations with Afghan forces.
The reason that we weren't able to step in with these local rape cases was we didn't want to undermine the authority of the local government. Us acting after the local government fails to can certainly undermine their credibility.
Retired U.S. Army Captain Dan Quinn tells CNN that he and Sergeant First Class Charles Martland were punished for confronting an admitted Afghan child rapist, a police commander.
The confrontation turned physical, and I picked him up, threw him onto the ground multiple times, and sure that he fully understood that if he ever went near that boy or his mother again, there was going to be hell to pay.
And he tells CNN that he and Martland were relieved of their duties shortly after that confrontation. Martland is being involuntarily discharged by the Army next month.
I think the fear is that if we were to intervene, we wouldn't have the kind of close working relationship that we need
You're doing
with
it too, right? Listen, these half-white people do this all over the world. That's their culture. That's what you're dealing with a beast. And you black people don't know, but you subscribe to their goofy religion, and you don't have a clue what the fuck these people really are. You had that no good Afghani cracker sit there and tell you, I need a boy. Put my dick in his ass at night. What's wrong with you? He said openly, like he said, unabashed, unashamed.
He says,
don't you take my boy booty. Don't you take my boy booty away from me.
The other one says because of peer pressure. He says the rest of the generals are the boys, and therefore he also has, if he has to compete with them, he also have to have these children. And then the U.S. comes and said, we want to have a working relationship with them. If we take away the boys, then we'll not have a close working relationship with them. And it's all nonsense. You know, that the woman, the woman describing what she was saying.
Nonsense. I told you, America can't tell me they're the arbitrary civil rights, like any kind of damn civil, some damn human rights when they got little boys getting funked in the ass and sex slaves.
That is the norm.
Be the arbitrary. It can't be it's the norm. And it's not just Afghanistan. That's Iran. That's Saudi Arabia. That's the norm. But you'll never know because they own the media. You'll never know. But you have goofy niggas idolizing these fucked up animals. You have goofy niggas idolizing these people. It blows my mind. That's why I tell goofy niggas, if you don't get out my face, I'll slap the shit out you, nigga. Get your ass out of here.
And that is what is happening with these particular individuals. Now, I want to get into a topic for the morning.
And then Spike told you, they ain't white, they penis up. The penis smell like, walking around, had this damn thing smell like doo-doo up in there. And you imagine you walk around trying to do an operation, everything smell like doo-doo and ass. Like, have you ever smelled doo-doo and ass?
Oh, not even.
Why are you trying to run? Hell, like, why you trying to run a military operation and you smell doo-doo and ass? Huh?
It's actually disgusting, even making the graphic of it. But I think we'll leave that and go on to something that is happening in Georgia, that has been happening in Georgia for a minute. And the people of Georgia, slowly, their rights to vote have been taken away from them. Yesterday, we did talk about a particular woman in Texas. She had been in jail and she was on a supervised release. And then she went ahead and she was involved in voting. And then she was jailed for 5 years. And I think even before she was jailed for 5 years, they were trying to listen to her case again after the judge admitted, after they admitted her appeal. And we were talking about the system as it is, but right now in Georgia, things are actually dire. We did have the Republicans who are very, very much angered by what did happen last year in the November 2020 elections. And the Republicans, I did feel that in Georgia they were played, and therefore they vowed to themselves they shall be fixing the matters in Georgia. Right now, as it is, they have put in place a raft of measures, and then these particular ones have been passed into law in Georgia. And of course, we did have the governor Kemp who has signed them into law. But what has been happening is that there was a woman, one of the lawmakers, who actually spoke against this particular law. She is a black woman. Her name is Rep. Park Cannon. She was actually placed in the back of a Georgia State Capitol patrol car after being arrested by Georgia State Troopers at the Georgia State Capitol building in Atlanta on Thursday, March 25th. Cannon was arrested by Capitol Police after she attempted to knock on the door of Governor Brian Kemp's office during his remarks after he signed into a law a sweeping Republican-sponsored overhaul of the state's election that includes new restrictions on voting by mail and a greater legislative control over how elections are actually run. And Kemp, the governor of Georgia, is really, can I call, what do you call them? These soldiers, the soldiers over Trump. One of the soldiers over Trump, are very, very big.
Yeah, but they're trying to shut down the vote, but that's what they're gonna do. They figure out, like I said, you told you got a war between the beasts. The Kabuki Theater, who's going to maintain power? So they said they're going to stop. They're saying that the election was stolen, but you haven't had a clean election ever. Since oh, the election is stolen now because my person lost. The election is stolen now because my person lost. Dummy, you haven't had a fair voting machine companies back in the 1950s. Okay? So they decide back and forth who they want in, who they don't want in. Doesn't make a difference between Democrat and Republican because you don't have any liberal party. You have two right-wing corporate parties. That's why nothing the people want ever gets passed. You get that? People want what? Universal health care. Ain't gonna get it. People want, damn, hey, we're broke out here. We're starving. Nobody's got no money. Shut up. You're not gonna get it. You know? So, you don't have a country, and you don't have a democracy.
Yeah, it's an ideal.
There's no democracy nowhere on the planet. It's a sham. But it's a sham. You got no democracy nowhere on the planet. Nowhere. So every government, mostly all, it might be one, two, maybe Tanzania is still good, but most governments already, it's the scam that you think you got two opposing ideologies when you don't. You see, whenever they agree, it's always about some right-wing shit. You don't have what they call a liberal party. That's why you don't have any.
Kid, you're breaking up. Kid, you're breaking up. Your audio well.
Go ahead, Mike.
Let me play a little bit of this, and then we shall understand what is happening with the laws, the new changes of the laws. We had a bit of a hit here in what you were saying earlier, but this is what is happening.
And critics say they are a direct response from the Georgia Governor Brian Kemp has signed into law a new set of rules that change the way elections are run in the state. These new voting laws were passed in the Republican-controlled Georgia state legislature, and critics say they are a direct response from the high Democratic turnout in the 2020 general election.
These are revenge bills. It's revenge against losing an election. And that is not right.
This is nothing but punitive, designed to keep people from voting.
It's anti-democratic. It's un-American.
The rush to pass these laws does raise concerns.
Now, while the Republican governor was holding a press conference after this,
America's always been corrupt and wicked. It's un-American. What the hell are you talking about? Have you lived in this country, dummy? Do you know American history? Country's always been corrupt and wicked and evil. How's that un-American to do some more evil, corrupt shit? What are you talking about? It's un-American because I'm a dummy. He's talking about invading other people's countries, overthrowing governments, killing leaders, chopping people up, throwing them in the goddamn acid. It's un-American. Having people enslaved, building fucking whole goddamn countries of enslaved people, selling out people's babies. What the hell are you talking about?
And there's this lady, the lawmaker in Georgia. She thought she was going and demanding for transparency from the governor Kemp, but she got herself arrested. This is what did happen.
This is no look. The Democrats this is nothing but back and forth, right? This is supposed to get black people mad because all they do is go back and forth. And remember, the rules never change. Everything still affects black people who's ever in power. Democrats are doing heinous shit right now to black people openly with this fake Asian invasion crap they're talking about, right? Openly. So now they say, oh, look at the Republicans coming at you doing wicked stuff. Oh my God. So the Republicans are getting powdered, do more wicked shit. It's the same. Look, it's the hustle. They're both wicked. You don't have a democracy. You don't have a democracy. That's illusion. The news is owned by them. They don't ever report any real news. All propaganda. That's why everything is now based, when you turn the news, it's fear, fear, fear. It's fear porn. Oh, everybody died. COVID-19. Oh, death. Oh, dying. Oh, my God. Ah, black people. Get the vaccination, black people. Oh, my God. It's all fear porn all damn day long, but no truth whatsoever in it. None.
And this,
but if you get this goofy supposedly virus, it's not a virus, it's gene therapy. I'm gonna show it again tonight. Tonight, I'm gonna do that show tonight. This is gene therapy, and I told your ass, if you allow your dumb ass to be infected with this bullshit, it changes your RNA code. I told you, your RNA code connects you to the all. However, the real creator of everything. So this is modifying your, and everything doctors told you that they silence. Doctors are walking away from the field because they don't want to lie. In a minute, change your RNA. RNA means also they put shit to connect you to our G thing going on again. We can't even talk about what's in it, how they put, because they'll shut you down for telling the truth. So we'll just say, hey, those who want to take it, good luck to you, damn it. That's all I got to say. I'm going to tell you, don't, it's going to have to be a fight. RNA technology. Change your genetic code. This is gene therapy to lock you down and collapse your soul into the singularity. Okay? Better know this. Are back, and they
Keith, you're breaking up. You're losing your audio. We're losing a bit of your.
Go ahead, Spike.
Again, I don't know what the last part. Lightbearer, Liberia says only dictatorship, and thank you so much. I see Liberia for joining us on the show. We hope that you're doing well.
Hey, Spike, play that.
No. It's choppy. It's choppy again. I can't even hear what you're saying, kid. It's choppy. Always choppy. You're saying play who? You saying play who? Sorry, I can't hear your audio. We're having a bit of a problem on your end. That is the connectivity.
Yeah, I'm choppy. You said I'm choppy, right?
Yeah, now you're good. You're saying play who?
I said play the video that I sent you. The one in the water.
Okay. Let me play that particular one real quick, right after this particular one as well. And this was what was happening with the rest of these lawmakers.
On a nice little boat cruise, and you have a helicopter just shooting down, and he sees, like what I said, it's coming. He sees, see, understand, submarines can only go to certain depths in the ocean, and they start getting, the pressure starts crushing like a damn soda can.
Let me
finish. A lot of your ancestors are back on the planet. I'm gonna leave it at that. You go ahead and play it.
Let me play this and then play the other one right after this particular one. What was happening with Georgia, and show people what's happening with
Who cares about what's happening in Georgia? Georgia, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit about Georgia?
This woman.
It's not just Georgia. It's all they put in Georgia, all the other states. The same Kabuki theater. Who cares? Who gives a shit?
This woman. Yeah. This woman is in hot soup right now. She cannot really do much, and simply because she has knocked on the door of the governor, that is why they have to throw her in. Okay, then let me finish up on this and then
to demand transparency, and was then handcuffed and arrested. You see it right there.
What the hell she saying? Why they arrested her? Was she arrested about a vote or something?
Yeah, she's a lawmaker in Georgia, and she went on demand. She went on knocking on the door of the Governor Kemp in Georgia. So they had to arrest her because she was demanding transparency. She was not.
I'm supposed to be sad about her being dumb and don't realize this is about power, and they go back and forth. Kabuki said, "Well, be dumb. I don't care." That's screaming, hollering. Go away, dummy.
She was arrested.
Tell me why you doing this? Because I'm told to do this, you dumb black bitch. That's why I'm doing it. They're making you mad. And so you come out and fight harder for the Democratic Party, stupid. Keep black people all confused and messed up. Most black people are childlike. Oh, we're going to fight harder. Look at what the Republicans are doing. Let's get the Democrats in 2022 to come out and fight harder. We got to be in a line now 10 hours to vote. All this old dumb shit. But what are you going to get? You're going to get absolutely nothing. Yay! I'm going to stand in alive for 13 hours to get absolutely nothing and racially profiled. Yay!
See, Moms Davis says she's fake. She just want to be seen. She's looking for the attention. That is Moms Davis.
Want to be seen.
She just...
Exactly. All that old extra shit. Go sit down some damn way.
Yeah, they're working. She said to be working with a movement known as Stop Suppressing Our Votes. But I think she also knows what was coming for her, and she also knows what's happening. She maybe she's ignorant. She might not know.
They know a lot of people mad. Democratic Party's not doing nothing for them. They weren't meant to do nothing for them. This new rally. Oh, look what the bad Republicans done. We must unite and rally and go out and vote again. But what are we going to get? You're going to get absolutely nothing and disrespected. Yay! I'll go stand in line for 15 hours for that.
But you remember also we did have Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams was trying to have many people go out there and vote, and she was also saying these are Jim Crow. She was saying these are Jim Crow.
Who cares? What did they get for voting? Nothing. So what was the benefit of going to vote? Nothing. Black people didn't get shit for going out there to vote. They put these 2 senators in office, right? They put 2 senators in office in Georgia. Told them to go out and vote. They voted. They in there. They didn't give them no damn money. The $2,000, they didn't give them that. They said, well, we're going to give you $15, the least minimum wage. They didn't give them none of that either. They go pound stand, niggas. But I voted for $15 an hour. So what?
Anyhow, let me move on to something. She went on to her Twitter and she was getting anyhow, let me just leave her what she was saying. That was Stacey Abrams.
So you know, black people, damn, you didn't get nothing that we wanted. You got the White House, like they gave Obama the White House, the Senate, and the House of Representatives. They said, oh yeah, but look, black people, your voting rights are under attack by the wicked Republicans. You must go vote again for us. You must get out there and stop it. I ain't got to get out there and do a damn thing. Fuck all that.
Anyhow, let's move on to something else. And as General Mosquito says that she is an airhead, all that shit is bullshit.
Exactly. She's an airhead. Exactly right. She's an airhead.
It's for the show. It's for the show. Maybe she wants to get some attention and use it to, to propel her political agenda or her political career to sort of get a mileage with the black people saying, "Oh, we spoke against."
I think when you look at this, this is not an optical illusion. This is a helicopter shooting from down, just shooting these people in the Mediterranean, not knowing what was coming up. And so I told you, you're from the star system serious.
And
so now vibration is changing. A lot of things are going to be seen. A lot of things are going to start being seen around this bitch. And so what you see come up from the depth is one of your own. You can play it, Spike. And you can clearly see the lights going around. You clearly see the lights going around, and not no optical illusion, not no CG.
I'm just saying now, we shall let me share this particular video. We hope you don't.
It's not just the Pentagon that told you these things are here, and they're here. Go ahead.
Let me play the video. Let me play the video. Hope the YouTube is always watching. I hope they don't get to block this particular one. But let me share it. We just got the channel back.
You're the fact the malevolent beings that are on this fucking planet. The people don't have no clue. It's so quiet, so silent. They don't know what the fuck is under their ass. Like I said, these are those, they were down there making these octopus way in the deep depths of the planet. Let it get one more time. Like, yeah, go ahead. So everybody get a clear sight of what you're looking at. That was this is a month ago. And they can stay hidden in the ocean because they go down depth that submarines can't go down. Your whole understanding of what actually the universe is like and your belief system is about to be destroyed. I told you your belief system won't last the next 100 years. It will not. The stupid religions are out of here. told you that this vaccination was the end game. That's why they're back. And you choose to fuck around with this vaccination, that's going to be your choice because you got free will. But your ancestors are back. It's like here to fight for you on your behalf. But you must fight because this is what it's about. And those are black entities in that vessel right there. Black. Exactly right. Exactly right, G-Man. They cloak themselves in the sky too. So when you think you're looking at what Spice gets talking about these people, a lot of these people that you're looking at are clones, like I said years ago. It wasn't the fact that they cloned the damn sheep 30 years ago. They've been cloning humans for thousands of years. They want to tell you this happened in 1946, and they just cloned the sheep, and they said they're gonna stop cloning in 1991, whatever shit Bill Clinton told you about them cloning that damn sheep. They're able to house. Remember, what you see, the body is nothing but an avatar. The energy is what's in it, as your ancestors said. The body is the car. The energy is the bar. You are energetic being, energetic light being, caught up in a magnetic field. Okay? And so now, there's about to be a war on this motherfucker. Because some of y'all not going to make it because you're stupid. Believe in idiotic religions. You don't know how the universe really works. I still think it's bad that the African is so goddamn ignorant. And I keep meditating. It says free will, and they all get free will. I said, well, you got dumb Julius Malema, Malema down there, South Africa, telling people to take some vaccination with this dumb. They listen to that dumbass nigga, this con man. And I told you, the vaccination was going to prove who's the con man, who's on the take. Anybody pushing this shit is on the take. And so, what you have now, like you said, free will. So it's going to be a fight going on behind the scenes. And if you submit free will to this vaccination, being a black being, man, what I'm getting is and learning, good luck to your ass. Good luck to you.
That might be a matter of you already told, but you didn't take the advice. So that's on you. If someone told you this is what is happening.
Well, they're saying they're back, but I was just meditating. They're saying they're back, and Dr. Mummer's right. That's why we're looking. The guys, what you call guys, not the creator, the gods are back. That's why I want to show you that one. They're back. They're saying they're going to fight on your behalf, but you must fight too. You got free will. And this vaccination, what I should have done, is to make sure to house out your brain, to make sure you cannot ascend to the next frequency. You got this Jehovah motherfucker, Yahweh, Allah, whatever you want to call this fucking thing, who is really the quintessential devil, who controls the planet. He's the one that's sacrificing these babies to. He's the one with all this pedophilia running rampant on the planet. And the whole thing is to wipe out creation. As I told you, show the 500. Show the Georgia. Show me images of the Georgia Guidestone. Like images of the Georgia Guidestone. Images of the Georgia Guidestone. But I said you still got the African shamans in Africa who know the truth had to go underground. from the Dogons to some of the Zulu warriors, they're still there who actually know the truth about shit. Shout out to Quato Mutwa, who just passed away was it this year? I think it was last year, right? It was last year Quato passed away. Quato Mutwa of South Africa told you all this shit. All of it. Dogon and Mali, who all came out of Kemet, told you all of this. So this is not my information. It's African information.
These are the Guidestones.
So those are the Georgia Guidestones. They're there. Okay, build them. Say we must reduce the Earth's population down to 500 million. Well, you got 8 billion on the planet. That means they must kill 7.5 billion people. Welcome to Jehovah. Who worships Jehovah? The Ashkenazim. How about that? How about that shit? The religion that was created to worship the Jehovah thing, the Yahweh shit. How about that?
And when people are being told about the population are getting reduced, people think, oh no, this is another conspiracy. This is not going to happen. I think the problem is that people that when we tell them, or when they are told by the fellow black people, they will not actually realize it's the truth.
I try to meditate. You're right, Spike. I try to meditate and say, well, I know the African goes to a sleep period, but damn, should they, be all messed up and genocided by these entities because they're ignorant now? And I keep getting back. Free will, 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 free will. So even if somebody dupes you, you got the free will to still say no. Because you're dumb, no mean you can't say no. I said, what if you're scared? I'm like, damn. We'll talk about this later on the night. This shit is some deep shit, but I'm breaking up again.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you on some parts. Let me get the comments from the family. I see Strong Armstrong. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. We trust that you are doing well, and we hope that you are.
Strong, I said thanks for the donation. I need to keep fresh underwear on Spike. I don't want him naked in front of. I don't need him naked in front of Joby and Cammy.
The thing is, Mr. Strong Armstrong, we really get to appreciate you being part of the Black Watch Fire Network. Your support is never taken for granted, and we appreciate each and everyone else that have been supporting the Black Watch Fire Network financially, and are also getting to share with us, share with your people the links of the shows. We know that we have had a problem with the other channels. Right now, we are back on one of the older channels. But nonetheless, it's still difficult for people to find us. Once one of the channels has actually been deactivated or even deleted. The biggest channel was actually deleted, but right now we are on this one, and we are hoping to keep it maybe till when we are in Tanzania, which is next week. I want to remind all the family that we shall be in Tanzania next week, and we want to appreciate everyone that has been supporting that particular tour. If you haven't supported the tour and you would like to support the trip, make sure you use Cash App. Mr. Black.
Tune in next week. All the videos will be come out live streaming, and so you'll be in Tanzania with us. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I was saying, if you haven't truly supported the channel and you would like to support the channel, please make sure that you use in Cash App, and also that is Mr. Blackout Fire. And you can also use the Black Watch Fire Network website.
I told you a couple of days ago, ain't it funny? These gripping ass Negroes ain't selling the goofy masks no more. Ain't that funny? The little funny mask with the little designer thing on your face, as I tried to explain to you, it makes you more sickly. I'm gonna show that again tonight. That you have these doctors already quit or been been the medical license taken away, told you that the mask wouldn't work and it would make you more sickly. And the pandemic has a 99.9% recovery rate. So what are we doing here? What's the agenda? What's the agenda? It's a 99.9% recovery rate. So I told you, it's not a damn vaccination they want to call it. It is a gene modifier. So it messes with your RNA genetics. And why does that mess with your RNA? Because your RNA connects you to the ether. This shows that years ago, showing that damn about 3 years, your RNA connects you back to source, back to the Most High. They're trying to lock down your RNA genetics, black people. This is called the beginning of transhumanism. As they inject you with nanotech, begin of transhumanism. Especially you Negroes, you're scared. You've been believing in a good religion. You don't want to die, do you? Now we can make you live forever. Let us chip your dumb ass. Remember, everything has vibration. Everything is frequency, vibration. As they chip you in this earth falls into an even lower hellish dimension where you're supposed to be on the rise. That's why they chemtrail the sky. Give on your food. Cutting out the light. Because the frequency of the planet is changing and your people are back. Play that video again for me, Spikes, one more time. Coming out the Mediterranean.
Okay, let me share it one more time so that the family can also see what's
not
happening.
CGI. It's not CGI. This is real. Not CGI.
Let me play it one more time for the family so they can see what is happening.
Not CGI. Niggas keep just talking about white supremacy, What type of white supremacy, stupid? No, it's NASA tell you this. These things is that you're supposed to been know they exist. You live in an infinite universe, let alone a galaxy with billions of Earth-like planets, just in this one galaxy, and an infinite amount of galaxies. That right there is real. And so you got to fight now behind the scenes. Because they're back. An optical illusion.
That is from a video showing these particular UFOs, and you might really be able to outrun that particular one. You might really be able to outrun that particular one. Monique says awesome shit that these will forgive robotic behavior through that chip. People, what is that link? I dropped the link. Let me drop you the link. Precise. Let me also share with you the link. Real quick, you can check it out later, and I see the other videos are following up on the same, or that is just one video. This is a link I shared with you as a link, and you're saying yes. All that AI, some bullshit, artificial intelligence that will have you affected by robotic behavior through that chip. And we are born and created through the exact same thing as our universe. Sister Monique, you're speaking the truth. And that is exactly what it is. Universal connections. We have ancestors, we are you, you are us, and that is it. And I told you this in 2014, planet is killing off unnatural things. And yes, and Ansankenon says, I am late. Ansankenon, I haven't even seen him for a minute. I haven't even seen him for a minute, but I know, you have to do the plantation and you're busy and everyone else is. But thank you so much for joining us on the show. They're living, they are living, they won't take us with them. It's not happening unless we let them take you under. Your spirit is at stake. Yes. And truth and Sankenon, there was another incident at the Capitol today. An officer was killed. I haven't heard about that particular one. Mr. K.W. Dawn, of the killing of an officer at the Capitol. I'm late on the news, but I will take it up and see. After suspect rams car into police barrier outside the building. I think it's getting to a point where, the Capitol right now, no one is respecting the Capitol. And, any other kind of funny ordeal can happen at the Capitol. I hadn't heard about that particular one. Thank you for bringing it up to attention. They are saying that there has been the incident of one of an individual did ram in their car in the Capitol building. And there was a suspect. I don't know if they arrested the suspect. But nonetheless, Kid shall be back later on, and shall be speaking on more on what he already just did that, and it's important that you get to check it out. I know on YouTube they are listening, and they will be censoring this particular content, but perhaps also on on Saturday, Kid might get the opportunity to also talk more on the same, because I believe it's deeper than what he just mentioned a little bit earlier on. KW, I see the comment. I see the report that you just mentioned, and they saying a Capitol police officer has been killed, another has been injured after the suspect did ram the car into the police barrier outside the building. And I'm wondering, we were talking about the insurrection at the Capitol, but now it seems like the insurrection is happening daily, and we never know how this particular one will end up. You heard about the FBI saying that they're doing the investigation. People arrested, these and that, other things, but I don't know, there's too much happening. But nonetheless, we'll play a little bit on these, and then we shall get back into more matters that we were discussing earlier on the Black Coat Fire Network Africa Today show. Remember, we shall be in Tanzania next week. We have been waiting for this for a very, very long time. I know some dynamics might have changed. For example, with Kenya, the president of Kenya is trying to mess things around, and it's crazy, but we shall still be there in Tanzania joining with the rest of the family. And I'm really, really excited and looking forward to that. It's the second time that we shall be in Tanzania. We have been there before last year. and we shall be letting you what's good, you know, in Tanzania, and also with the opportunities in that particular beautiful country. The only place that doesn't have a mass mandate. Anywhere else you will go, you will find a lot of, you know,
heartbreaking. This force has already been through so much, especially after the January 6th attack. When you think about what happened during the insurrection, and now just a couple of weeks later, just a couple of months later, this happening again at the U.S. Capitol, it just is a reminder of what these men and women do every single day when they show up for work. They keep us safe. You know, we see them every day going in and out of these buildings. And I think that it's just an important reminder to viewers that, you know, the U.S. Capitol is a staff of thousands of people, including these U.S. Capitol police officers who work to keep it very safe. Now, you know, we learned a couple of additional details as part of this press conference. They were asked specifically if this was a target, if this individual was trying to target any one member of Congress. They said they did not have this person in their files, and at this time they didn't have any further information about what that motive was. This investigation, of course, still ongoing. But I mean, just devastating news here that one of the Capitol police officers has been killed in this incident. And just a reminder to our viewers at home, this individual rammed into a barrier here at the U.S. Capitol at the north entrance of the Capitol on the corner of Constitution and Delaware. Then that person, and this was confirmed just a moment ago in this press conference, got out of the vehicle brandishing a weapon, brandishing a knife. They were then shot by a U.S. Capitol police officer, and we have now learned that the suspect is dead and that a U.S. Capitol police officer has died.
And that is two individuals, of course, the attacker, all the ones, the perpetrator of these, and also the cop, and one also another cop injured. It would be difficult now to know whether he was acting alone or whether he was also acting as part of a group. He might be acting part of it. It would be difficult.
No, he told him he wasn't taking that vaccination, Spike.
Dana, let me start with you.
I don't know what he said. He's not called the report.
He told him, I'm not taking this shit. Ah!
I don't know. I don't know what he said, but one thing I know for sure is that you may not know the motive of a deceased man. You will not know what the motive was.
I told you the motive. You're not sticking me with none of this shit. Ah! He was like Mel Gibson and Braveheart. Freedom! Shoot motherfuckers up. That's what they do. Ah! See, you know, all those bikes, you get a bunch of black people around and they would have just got the car, start walking around singing songs and clapping. We shall overcome. Don't vaccinate me, please. They would have got to singing and shit. You gotta say, y'all can take my cold, dead body. Good, Spikes, you got it.
I also saw about the people who were marching, the anti-maskers who were marching, and I understand these are also people who will not be taking the vaccine anytime soon. But I do not want to get to the matter of the vaccine. They might label this particular one are going against the guidelines, and we just got the channel back. But Keith will be back later on. Keith will be back later on. It's live now on Spike on NBC. Yes, I saw it also on CNN, and like you said, I don't know the motive or whether the man was acting individually or as a part of a collective, or maybe it was one of the.
Hey, Spike, before we get out of here, Spike, do you need to go to Afghanistan to get your little boy to bring in the studio?
They're saying you cannot be a man of war without a small boy to help you win the war. That is what they are saying.
Exactly.
What the general said earlier on. The general said earlier on.
He said, go to war without the softness of this young boy's ass, without my penis in its spikes. How can I go to war?
That is the only kind of an assurance. But I think people are crazy, and I don't know. There's something wrong. There's something completely
Yes, Mike.
completely
Hey,
wrong.
Mike. It's so wrong because they were created in those damn, in not that ship I showed you.
Yeah.
Other ships in other parts of the steppes of Asia. That's why they prefer boy booty. That's why they prefer boy than the women. You know, they going, why would they go and get a girl, Spikes, or a woman that they're gonna abuse her? They prefer to have a little boy's butt, Spikes. That's like an animal.
They were saying that they are trying to, I'm saying they were saying that they were trying to compete each other in terms of the rank. They were saying that the other generals are doing it, and therefore they also have to do it in the second. Nonetheless, we are winning up on the Africa Today. The Africa Today.
Much love, family. Stay away from boy booty. You don't do it. You're human. You don't mess with boy booty. Much love. Say bye tonight.
Much love has joined us, and we hope to have you on the other episode of the Black Hot Planet. Next time, I want to say go ahead.
Go ahead. And no boy.
The love you give is equal to the love you take. The life you live is equal to the steps you take. The world we live is deeper than the eyes can see. The blessings in are deeper than the deep blue sea. To infinity and beyond. In life trying to get my beyond. Count my blessings and move on. Beyond. Get time not to move out. To infinity and beyond. In life trying to get my beyond. My blessings and move on. Beyond. Get time not to like one year. And light it up. Inhale the good and exhale the bad. I'm gonna roll it up. And light it up. Inhale the good and exhale the bad. I'm gonna roll it up. And light it up. Inhale the good and exhale the bad. I'm gonna roll it up. And light it up. Inhale the good and exhale the bad. Mind over matter. You can be anything you dream. As long as you just calm on, you take them and you learn. Then you can fly high and land up the stars. I remember life asked me, you want to be a star? You think you got only got to go far? Many men that come and many men that fall. So what you got that's different? Who do you think you are? I told him I'm a star. I told him I was blessed. I told him that old man I'm born already started. I told him that test. I told him to success. I told him we got all we need to go far. On our chest, I feel like heavy stress, but maybe that's the push we need to go far. It's a marathon, not the race that we are racing. We got all we need to win, now we relating. And light it up, inhale the good and exhale the bad. I'm gonna roll it up, and light it up, inhale the good and exhale the bad. I'm gonna roll it up, and light it up, inhale the good and exhale the bad. I'm gonna roll it up, and light it up. Inhale the good and exhale the bad. We don't like that, we don't like that. 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 The love you give is because of the love you take. I think I don't man, I'm born already started. I told him that test, I told him it was success. I told him we got all we need to go far. The pain on our chest, I feel like heavy stress. Maybe push we need to go far. It's a marathon, not the race that we are racing. We got all we need to win, now we relating. And light it up, inhale the good and exhale the bad. I'm gonna roll it up, and light it up. Inhale the good and exhale the bad. I'm gonna roll it up, and light it up. Inhale the good and exhale the bad. I'm gonna roll it up, and light it up. Kill the drug and exhale the back. Na na na. We don't like that, we don't like that. 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 The love you give.